So I want to talk to you today on this subject. What happens in the unseen world when you fast and when you pray? What happens in the unseen world when you fast and when you pray? Here, with our physical bodies, makes a difference of what happens in the unseen world. Angels were released. Hebrews chapter 1 says that angels are sent out to render services on behalf of those who inherit salvation. It says the angels of God are spirits that are sent as flames of fire. So get it now, here's the point. Hands are raised, and as long as Moses obeys what God tells him to do with a physical act, the battle is won because of what he's doing physically with his body. If his hands go down, then he begins to lose the battle. You see, the Bible said, lift up your hands without wrath or doubting. The word wrath means don't get mad about the instruction God's giving you to do something physically. Do it without wrath, and then do it without doubting. Doubting means don't question, what good does it do? Don't question when God tells you to do something physically. If he said lift your hands, don't stand there arguing with God saying, I don't have to do that. No, the truth is, physical obedience brings spiritual release every time. Especially when you do it without doubt, without sitting around saying, what good does it do to fast? What good does it? Does good because God said to do it. It does good because Mark said this kind comes out but by fasting and by prayer. In the modern church, we have reduced everything down to feelings and intellect and not to any physical actions. I feel like I'm humble, so I never have to get on my knees and bow before the Lord. I feel like I love the Lord and I worship Him on the inside, and I don't have to clap my hands. I don't have to raise my hands. I don't have to stand to my feet and worship God physically with my body. God knows my heart. I feel faith, so I don't have to risk anything. I have faith in my heart. Everything gets reduced down in the modern day church to internal stuff, and there is no outward manifestation. But if you tell your wife or your husband, I love you on the inside, but you never show it on the outside, they're gonna question you. And God says, sometimes I demand of my people a physical act of obedience before I release spiritual reward. And fasting is one of those acts of obedience. There are times when God requires of all of us a physical action. A physical action. Why? Because there's a connection between the physical action here and the spiritual power that is released there. Moses with his hands up, as long as his hands are up, Israel wins. Physical obedience releases spiritual power, favor, help, protection, healing, miracles, blessing.